Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a 2023 Q1 planner lineup video. I'll share some changes I've made since 2023 and some recent new additions as well. Let's get started. Let's start with my smallest notebook, a passport size. The only reason why I have it housed in this Leuchtturm cover, I got it off of Amazon, is because it's the only cover that would fit this super cute chonky notebook. This notebook is from Create with Pen. The clear cover is from Hobonichi Weeks. I just cut it down. And the stickers on the front and back are from the Coffee Monsters Co. I don't share the contents of this notebook, but this is what the inside looks like. It's just a plain 5mm grid. And this is a faith-based notebook. I only write in this when I leave the house. So whenever I go to church or Bible study, this is what comes with me and where I take all my notes. And I've been using a passport size notebook for this same exact purpose for the past, I would say 2 years or so, because it fits in my purse so well. So I don't think I'll be changing this size anytime soon. I absolutely adore this notebook, by the way. It's so chunky and adorable, too cute. And this is my Hobonichi A6 5-year. And I got it in the middle of 2022. I use this for devotionals, so I'll just write a little bit on the left-hand side. Let me see if I can find a blank page real quick. Here's what it looks like on the inside. Last year, I used this as a private extra space in addition to my Hobonichi. This year, I'm purely using it for doing like a quick summation of whatever I'm studying or whatever is on my mind. And I've really been enjoying being in this. I like the concept of having 5 years all together. I also use the very last portion of it. This is what the very end of the planner looks like. It has 1 page per year. So I've been doing like a summary of the entire year in here as well. I think it'd be really fun to look back and see all 5 years at once. And here is an entirely new planner in my lineup. It's the B6 Common Planner by SterlingInk. The stickers on the front are by Coffee Monsters Co. I have this on the back, and the clear cover is from SterlingInk, and this is purely for work. The yearly section and the monthly sections I've been using to mark holidays and big accomplishments so I can have it all in one place. And the weekly, here is a rough example of how I use my weekly section. I will fill out my meetings the day before and then calculate how many hours I actually have for heads down work. And at the very top, I log 1 to 3 priorities that I have to get done that day. And then I have my tasks written down at the bottom. And I also, for the weekends, I just use as like a next week, and I'll jot down anything I need to do the week after. And then the dailies is usually where I stay in throughout the entire workday. I'll have my priorities and my tasks written out. Any notes from meetings, they all go here. And I don't log any of the page numbers or anything because it's just in sequential chronological order. So I figure I won't have that much trouble looking for something since I'm archiving my big accomplishments in the monthly section, so I can just look for the date. I also calculated the number of work days per year, which came out to roughly around 260, I believe. So I gave myself around 1 page per day. I usually don't use beyond a page because a lot of my important notes and things are on the computer, but this has been working out so wonderfully. I left the last section after the 260 work days as an overflow area for when I don't have enough space in journaling in my techo. I have been loving this planner for work. I used to have smaller planners. I've tried Hobonichi Weeks and Passport Size as my work planner, and I have been loving the B6 size. It's just nice to have a bigger area because I usually have to write a lot quicker. And when I write faster, usually my writing is more messy and bigger. And so having this space has been really wonderful. And it's easy to split the page or like see where I'm writing because she has the dots in the middle of the page on all 4 sides. So I've been loving this. Brand new planner to my lineup this year. This is the Day Free A6. The stickers are from the Coffee Monsters Co. The clear cover is also new to me. It's from Kokuyo A6 that I got off of Amazon. I tried the Midori last year. So far, I've been liking this one more because they have a pocket and it's a thinner material, but we'll see how it holds up. The yearly section I'm using to track all of my habits. Right now, speaking of habits, so I've been tracking them in my weekly on a daily basis. This is the A6 weekly supplement for the Hobonichi. Here's an example of what it looks like. So I'll track them in here, and every couple weeks or so, I will move them into my yearly section. I just write out each habit and I'll mark an X or a slash or a dash to mark. And I just want an area where I can see. For habit tracking, I have a couple different purposes since we're on this topic. I've incorporated and started new micro habits this year, and so some of it is to incorporate new habits. Another reason why I like doing this is because I don't have to write the daily tasks or reminders over and over again. And also, I just like using this area as a very fun, creative space where I can use a lot of stickers. This planner is so tiny that I don't really have to worry about bulk up too much. And the clear cover is from, oh my gosh, I forgot the name, but I'll be sure to link it below. I do apologize. Okay, back to the day free. So that's what I'm using the yearlies for. The monthly I'm using for social media tracking, just for YouTube and for Instagram. Totally failed my YouTube goals. But I'm just marking the days that I am able to post reels, some numbers, and when I post videos. So hopefully this will be the first one this year. And the daily section is just a planning overflow section. So any kind of planning that I have to do that I cannot use a daily page for instance, I'm planning a trip that we're going on in April, I keep all of that in here. If I have to do stuff for my taxes, I will keep it in here since it doesn't really work in a daily format. And then I also index those pages, which I can't show you, but all I do is I write the name of whatever it is I'm planning or tracking, and then I put the page numbers next to it, because sometimes you need more than 1, 2, 3 pages. So I found that being able to put the page numbers after, you don't lose track of stuff. So this is just a planning overflow section, and that's all I'm using this planner for. And it's been really great because for bigger projects, I really wanted a space where I could track everything for the year. And this ended up working great. This only has 170 pages, by the way, but I highly doubt I'll use all of them throughout the year because a lot of my day-to-day planning I do in my Techo anyways. But yeah, that's my day free. And another new addition, Leuchtturm sent over this adorable pocket notebook. I actually have a couple others that they sent over to me. I also have a discount code for them. You can use Yena10 to save 10%. So excited. Right now, I'm only actively using this pocket, and this one, it's literally just for fun. So anything that I don't want to put in my Techo, or I feel like just trying something new or fun or random, or I want to use more stickers, I'm using this. So purely fun, not actual planning. Important stuff I do not keep in here. I love this size, and this pen is beautiful, by the way. It's also from Leuchtturm. It's a gel pen. And then I have these guys. So this is also an empty blank pocket notebook, so I'll use this once I'm done using this. And then this is the weekly planner. This one I'm still debating on how I'm going to use it. So this is what it looks like on the inside. So maybe if I have a project or something, or I feel like trying out a horizontal weekly layout, I will use this. And then this one I'm probably going to use for Bible study. It's an A5. And yeah, the size is great because usually we take a lot of notes and I like to post stuff in it. So I think that's how I'm going to use this A5, which I'm looking forward to. And I love that they close with this. It's just so easy to throw around and use. I also take this pocket with me when I go out. So just like I have my passport that I take with me when I go for faith-based stuff, this is what comes with me whenever I leave the house because I always need a pen and I need a place to take notes just in case. And this pocket is perfect. It is the same height as an A6, but it's a little bit shorter in width and it's super thin. And it's just really easy to throw in a bag because it also has this awesome pen loop that I attached. So loving, loving, loving this pocket. And last but not least, my beloved Hobonichi Techo A6. So this is the same clear Kokuyo cover. It's a little bit small for the Techo, so it kind of stays like that. I'm sure if you stretch it out, it should be fine, but I never close my Hobonichi Techo, so it doesn't really bother me. So last year I was in the Avec. This year I decided to get the full year. I was totally on the Avec boat because this planner bulks up super easily, and I used to use a lot more washi and stickers. But I noticed in my very last Avec of 2022, it didn't bulk up as much. And so I felt like the bulk would be manageable in a full year. So this is my first time trying it out. So we'll see how it goes. But this is my main planner. This is the one that kind of keeps my life together, and I fall apart if I don't have this in front of me on my desk. The yearly section, which I cannot show you, is a personal archive of memorable moments. So any accomplishments, any fun trips, anything that happened that I want to remember, I keep in this area. And I really liked doing this last year as well because I could see my whole life pretty much at a glance, like things that I really want to remember. So I'm going to continue doing that in this one. And I'm using the same planner system that I've been using since forever. So the monthly section is where all of my appointments go, things that I cannot forget, deadlines that I have, anything and everything goes here, but only if it's farther out than a week. If something happens or occurs within the week, it goes in my weekly supplement up at the top, or directly onto my daily page, depending on how far out it is within the week. And I rarely backlog in here, but yeah, birthdays, reminders, holidays, all of that goes in here. And then gets moved to here. And after that, I set up my dailies. And I haven't really changed how I use my dailies. I've been using them quite similarly to how I used it last year. So usually the left-hand side will be a daily log, which includes tasks that I need to get done, appointments, and things that happened. For the past, I believe, several weeks now, I've been using a little heart system. So upside down hearts mean something that was difficult or something that I didn't like. Regular hearts are just things that happen that I want to remember. And then journaling on the right-hand side. The corners I will use for random things. For example, if I had like a big event, I'll just use it for hand lettering. It just depends on the day and how I want to use it. So another big written there too. Sometimes I'll use the hourly section like I did here if I have appointments or I need the hourly section. So it just depends on the day. Sometimes it's just, I didn't feel like journaling. So yeah, it just depends on the day, but that's kind of how I use it. Usually daily log on the left, journaling on the right, and that's kind of what I stick with. Sometimes I'll do gratitude, memorable events, things that made me really happy, etc. Just depends. And I pre-decorated the daily pages. This is all from the Coffee Monsters Co. So I just have the monthly sticker and washi, matching corresponding washi. I do have vellum that I want to use, but I don't want to bulk this up anymore. So I'm still debating on how I'm going to use the vellum. Maybe in the front cover, I'm not sure. As for the journaling area, I get asked a lot about what I journal about and how I maintain that. Just to give you a little glimpse of how I use it, sometimes I don't feel like journaling and I'm tired, so I'll just have fun with stickers. Sometimes I'll brainstorm, memory archive. Most of the time, I'd say it's prayer journaling. What I mean by that is it's just writing down my prayers. Anything that comes on my mind and heart, I will write down. So it really just depends on the day. But I always try to keep the daily log on the left with things that happened and things I felt. So for example, say I only journaled the entire time, I will always at least have one bullet about things that happened that day. So technically I am archiving everything mostly, for the most part. See, this day I was really tired and I didn't feel like journaling this day. This was purely memory archiving. By memory archiving, I mean just writing fun snippets of things that I did or things that happened. So it really depends. But bare minimum, even if I don't feel like journaling or writing anything else, I will always try to put 1 or 2 bullets of things that happened or how I felt. 1 or 2, that's it. That's like my personal goal, is to have at least a couple bullets for my daily log. And I highly recommend starting off with smaller micro habits like that because it feels a lot less overwhelming and it's a lot easier to jump back on the bandwagon if you've fallen off because life has gotten really busy. Since I already have you all on here, I'll just do a quick backwards flip through January. I've missed you all, by the way. Thank you so much for your patience. It's been such a long time. I got sick a couple weeks ago and it was absolutely brutal. I'm still recovering a little bit, but I'm doing a lot better, thankfully. I hope you all have been taking care and not getting sick. I'm curious as to what planners everyone is in, and if you've stayed in the same planners that you started off in 2023, if you're trying out something new. I do think I'm going to probably stay in the Hobonichi Checho. I've been in this for a long time and I absolutely adore this planner. I thought about changing my entire system, and then towards the end of 2022, I totally was like, Yenna, you're crazy. How are you going to survive? Your life is going to fall apart without this Checho. So I ended up getting it and I'm really happy I did. So yeah, I hope you all are having a wonderful, fun time in whatever planners you are in. There we go, January 1st. Hope you enjoyed and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.